Good morning. Let's take a look at step 13 in the chapter 7 capstone. So here I have step 13 on the screen. The first half of it I think you're okay with. It's entering the PMT function in cell E5. I'll just show it to you quickly to remind you that all of the input values that we need for that PMT function are within the E column. So let's take a look at the second half, which is a little bit trickier. So the second half of this step says, in cell E6, insert a financial function to calculate the cumulative total interest. And I believe you have the right function, but let's just take a look at the input values that we need to make this function turn out the way we want it to. So I'm going to copy this phrase, cumulative total interest, and I'm going to go back here to our spreadsheet, down to E6. I'm going to insert a function. I'm going to search for that phrase, cumulative total interest, and there it is for me. All right, so in this one as well, all of our input values are here in column E. So our rate is here, number of payments there, present value is the value of the loan for us. Our start period, so here for us, our start period is just going to be the number 1. We're assuming based on the context of the instructions that the borrower is going to assume starting to pay the loan with that first period. And then for us, our end period is going to be after all of these 360 payments. So, excuse all right, so that's what you want to have for those two values. I'm going to, I'm off the screen a little bit here. I'm going to scroll down. And the last one is a little bit tricky. The type that we're going to use is 0. We, the book covered that for us in the hands-on. It doesn't explain the different types of it within the chapter in depth at all. But in the hands-on exercise number 3 that you walked through, that simulated practice, when you got to this step, that's the instructions that it gave to us. And in the video, that's how it shows us to complete this one. Okay, so here's our result that it's previewing for us. I'm going to click OK. The last part of the instructions say to make sure that the results display as a positive number. So for this one, it's displaying as a negative. So I'm going to add a minus sign directly after the equal to flip that negative into a positive. So I'm adding the minus sign there. I'm going to hit enter. And that's the result you want to be able to see. If you have any trouble at all, feel free to email me.